Hey, everybody, how's it going? Scott's little picture thing has been there since before I got here. I have no idea if he's there or not, but I'm just going to leave it. See if he shows up, see if we start hearing some fun stuff in the background. But welcome, everyone, to the Week 9 wrap-up for SFB 14. I think this week felt normal, right? Like, I don't feel crushed on the inside in any way, shape, or form. I don't feel elated in any way, though there is some NFL trade deadline action going on most of it on the big news, at least on the defensive side, of Marshawn Lattimore getting traded to the Washington Commanders. Hey, there's Scott.
Hey, what's up?
We have minor offensive news and Mike Williams being traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
So hit those SFB waiver wires, most likely.
5 trades so far today. Is that what you got?
Oh, I am so mad at my job for making today like the busiest day I remember having this entire year. Like, I haven't been able to look at a computer except for like when I first woke up, I put these slides together and that's about it. My friend did tell me that there has been at least one rumor putting my guy to the Powder Blues, and that would make me very happy.
Well, yeah, I suppose counting the 2 last night, you got Zadarius Smith to the Lions, you got Mingo to Dallas, Lattimore to Washington, Herbert to Cincinnati, and Williams to Pittsburgh. So, yeah, I wonder if Detroit isn't done. That'd be interesting. Jameson Williams is coming off suspension this week, though, so that I'd be a little surprised.
I'm just like, because when I saw the Commanders send such a draft pick, I'm like, all right, well, they're probably not going to trade for Higgins now, but I would said this entire time, I'm speaking it into existence. Free agent pickup T. Higgins to the Commanders, because I would love T. Higgins catching the ball from Jaden Daniels, though I don't love the Commanders jersey. The black ones are really nice looking, but black and yellow is my jam. So that's, that just sort of works. But T. Higgins to the Commanders would be nice. But if it can't happen, give me the Chargers so I can get that powder blue jersey. That's what
I get it. Yeah, I was thinking you meant Lions for some reason when you said powder blues, but of course it is the Chargers.
Yeah, no. But no, we're here to talk about SFB 14. And like I was saying, that it felt like a pretty normal week, which is nice because a lot of these weeks have not felt normal. I mean, I know we lost Dak for a couple of weeks. I think it was to a hamstring, but like Olave had another concussion, but like that's 2. That's not awful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Floor Killer in here saying the Lions are Honolulu blue.
Yeah,
which is
they are
amazing to say. Honolulu blue.
It is. Yeah,
Honolulu blue.
True.
Okay. Well,
let's the Honolulu blue kind of reminds me of one of the scoring settings. The settings I'm thinking about for SFB 15. Why don't I just
can't believe you would
over really well, and people would be surprised by it.
I think so. That's a brilliant idea. I can't believe he dropped that like in the middle of just randomly on a show on a Tuesday afternoon.
Well, these are our people in here. Gotta give them some fun stuff.
Oh, I missed this one. Dak's on the IR, so that's that is a couple of weeks. We need Bob.
Well, that's why they got Mingo. He is a former quarterback, played quarterback in high school.
There you go.
I'm totally making that up.
No, that checks out. I don't know if Bob is watching, but Bob, you need to create a blue that is Fantasy Cares blue for our logo.
We have a Fantasy Cares blue. We have a hex we always use.
Yeah, but it's a color that probably exists already. We need to
True.
Like,
that's true.
We need to create, like the Seahawks have Seahawks blue. Like they created a color. We need to create somehow Fantasy Cares blue. All right. Well, let's get to the wrap up, recap, whatever you want to call it. Let's get to the fun. Here you go. And today's top scorer of the week is Mr. Saquon Barkley. It was so much fun looking through these photos of his no-look hurdle. It was just... And the amount of times I watched it, that's a good one. We would call it charity blue because Fantasy Cares blue is a little bit of a...
I like that. I like that.
So Saquon Barkley coming in at 43.15 points, 27 rushes, 159 yards. He might be good, guys. He might be good. 3 receptions for 40 yards, 6 total first downs, and 2 total touchdowns. It was one of each touchdown-wise. Though, same points. Never really matters. Who wants a Funko Pop? This is not blue. This is green. But it is 2:07 until 2:10. If you type T-Law into the chat, you will get entered to win a Trevor Lawrence Funko Pop in his nice green jersey. And due to my color deficiencies, sometimes blues and greens look very, very similar anyway. So
I'm going to tell you, I'm looking through this here, and I think the Cowboys really screwed up with the Dak Mingo thing. It doesn't look like Jonathan Mingo has attempted a single pass in the pros, in college, or in high school. Like not even one trick pass. Yeah,
you have to do your better scouting for them before they make these moves next time.
I know that's just terrible. It's funny. It's funny. It was funny this week listening to Justin Jefferson, who threw a pass this last week.
Yeah.
And they've tried it a couple times, and he's throwing like he's got like 5 completions, but like he was talking how he absolutely loves to pass the ball. He begs them all the time to let him pass more. Oh, he's so likable. He's so fun to listen to.
I mean, that has to be so much fun, especially when it's not something you normally do, and they scheme it so you're usually not getting super pressured, so you can that has to be like,
yeah,
exactly. If you enjoy the game, that has to make you giddy.
Now what we need is Justin Jefferson in the Pro Bowl throwing a pass to Saquon Barkley that he catches while he's backwards hurdling someone.
Whew.
That's what we need next.
Yes, in the new Pro Bowl rules, you cannot catch the ball normally. You need to have, in every catch needs to be a trick catch.
One hand is only allowed. If you catch the ball with 2 hands, it's incomplete.
Yeah, you play with one. Your wide receivers play with one hand tied behind their back.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Oh, I love it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Mingo didn't play QB in high school, but went to the same high school as Gardner Minshew. There you go. That close enough.
Yeah, I think that counts. I think it kind of rubs off on you a little bit.
Yeah, you stand close enough to Gardner Minshew, some of that swag just like drips off like osmosis right into you.
Where's Mohamed Sanu these days? He threw a ton of passes.
He did. I mean, you think Antoine Randall will come out of retirement?
Oh man, there's so many that could do it. All right, what am I looking for? Oh,
so how are you doing in SFB? It's been a while since
Terrible. I'm going to miss the playoffs for, I believe, my 3rd time this year. My son is also having a pretty bad year. He's made the playoffs every year. I think he's even made the semifinals all but 1 year in SFB, but we're both going to miss the playoffs this year, I think, which I am okay with because I kind of like, and I don't know if anyone in the chat is like me on this. This is kind of why I like guillotine leagues too, because either I'm doing awesome, which is great, or I get cut and I don't have to do waivers and
you don't have to pay attention anymore.
Yeah, so I'm once week 12 hits and I'm no longer in SFB, that's just one less thing on my plate, honestly. So I will be fine with it.
You get the joy of watching someone else win.
Absolutely. That's one other person that gets to be in there.
Yep.
All
right. Let's find out who's going to win Trevor Lawrence as we're talking about people winning.
Ooh. You know who's great passer of the football? LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yes.
He was really good.
Trevor Lawrence, let's go. All
And
right.
it's gonna be
Brian Douglas. There's
Brian
gonna go to Will. It's not
Douglas.
Brian Douglas. Congratulations.
Is it literally spelled with ASS at the end or one S?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, it is. It is. Okay. I feel
right,
like I don't see
Brian.
that a lot.
I don't. Yeah, my brother's name is Douglas with one. Congrats, Brian. You are the winner. If you can DM me at Dynasty Outhouse or at FantasyCares.org to give us your address, we will ship this out to you sometime in the near future. We did the Halloween giveaway the other day, and now I have another 5 Funkos to send out. Like, I was just caught up, and then all of a sudden, hey, so much stuff. It's like we give away a lot of stuff on this to these people,
and we're getting more. This is it doesn't matter. So RotoWare had some leftover shirts from previous years of SFB, like 7, 8, 9, whatever. And he told me he, like, since we don't really sell them on there anymore, he just shipped them all to me yesterday.
Straight to this guy, just straight here, right?
I had no control over it. I asked him a simple question about them, and then I followed up today, and he's like, "Yep, I already shipped them." And I'm like, we didn't have any further conversation. I just asked you a question.
What if you moved? What if you moved?
Nope, not moving. This is my forever house. I am not moving. I don't think.
I say that too, and then every once in a while, my wife is just like, "Well," and I'm like, "Oh, I hate moving." Yeah. If we're moving to another state. I'm not moving 10 minutes down the road again. Because we've moved 3 or 4 times, and it's all been within 2 towns. Yeah, of course, within 2 towns of where we grew up, no less. But yeah, if I'm moving again, I'm going somewhere completely different.
Yeah, the only chance of me moving is a major downsize later in life, or if the wife and I up and move to like Paris or Scotland or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. We're not leaving at least while my kids are young. We are not leaving the school district.
Exactly. That's really where we are too. We're not really going to go anywhere until the kids finish high school. In which case, they're on their own. Get out. I didn't live at home until I was like 21 or anything. That's fine. They can get out at 18. Nice. All right, let's get back to our top performers by position. We had, did I remember to change all the pictures? I did. Yes. Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Is that comfortable? Like, I see a lot of, especially like quarterbacks, but NFL players like resting their arms on their shoulder pads. That doesn't feel like it would be comfortable.
No, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Even the people in the chat, I'm sure, that played high school football, you just hold on like that. Like you're just resting your arms. Absolutely.
Is it okay? Because
Totally a thing.
I guess I've never had shoulder pads or something sturdy for me to do this. It's just, I'm sitting here pulling my shirt down. Like that's, yep. We got at least one person, Floorkill, is in here saying, yep, comfortable. All right, but Joe Burrow was the leading quarterback, and he threw 20. Wow, he was 27 for 39. I love when they just let Joe pass. Of course, it'd be nicer if a certain someone was there to catch the ball. For 251 yards, he rushed 3 times, got 11 yards. 2 first downs, total TDs 5. That's what happens when you let Joe throw the ball. For total fantasy points of 37.87. The number 1 Travis Kelce. Who?
Look at that.
Who?
This could have been a 4 year ago top performers by position, except for Jackson.
Travis Kelce, 16 targets and caught 14 of them for 100 total yards exactly. Didn't need any touchdowns because he also got 6 first downs, and that gave him 40 fantasy points. Number 1 wide receiver. Looks like, look, if DK Metcalf is out, look at that picture of Smith and Jigba with the shades on and everything. It's just like, sup.
Styling.
13 targets, brought in 7 of them for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 5 first downs, bringing in 38.5 fantasy points. And then all reliable Alvin Kamara, 29 rushes for 155 yards, 6 receptions for 60 yards, 10 total first downs. Fantasy points 36.75. Retro saying that Metcalf was on the trading block too.
Supposedly. Yeah, I was going to say the Schefter thing. Supposedly the Seahawks have no interest.
But, that might be the usual smokescreen of why else would Schefter tweet that out instead to put DK Metcalf and trade out into the zeitgeist.
Right.
I had to dig for special teamers this week. They were not in the top 32 scorers overall.
Wow.
It was Steven Sims. All he had was 106 kickoff return yards, no punt returns, no touchdowns, nothing. Still put in 21 points, which is great. I'd love to know if anyone actually started Steven Sims.
I can't imagine. Oh man, the scoring for these two guys, I'm just thinking about next. Very different.
Right, exactly. And what's crazy is, including this game, the Jets only kick 30% returnable balls, which isn't a lot. So you wouldn't even think to start Steven Sims.
Right. Yeah.
And if you found that interesting, you can come hang out with us on Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, where Zach, Reed, and I just hang out for a while, talking fantasy football, talk about anything you want to talk about. Most of the times we don't talk fantasy football. We talk about food a lot. That just happens when Zach and I get together.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You might have this answer because you do this data, but have the Vikings allowed a returnable kickoff this season? Because I don't think they have.
8.33 returnable.
What? How many is that?
8.33%.
Really?
That's probably one or two kicks. I started week 4, so it's week 4 through now.
I was going to say, like, even Paul Allen mentioned it on the show this week. He's like, they were talking about the kick returner. Was it last week or this upcoming week? And he's like, but he's not going to get the ball because we don't kick it to their returners.
Yeah, but also, again, it's one of those things where if the team returns the ball, I have to count it as a returnable kick. So if the team's down by 2 touchdowns and they just want to take it out of the back of the end zone anyway, it's a returnable ball. So that could have absolutely been the case where they were just up and the other team was just like, well, we need a spark, so let's run it even though it's 7 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah.
But 8.33% is the third lowest. Miami is 7.69 and the Rams are 5.26.
I'm even surprised it's 8%. I cannot recall one, but sometimes I have a few drinks during a Vikings game, so that could affect it too.
Again, come and hang out with Zach.
Come and hang out Thursdays, yeah. Wednesdays.
Come and hang out with Zach and me on Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. EST, right here on the Fantasy Cares YouTube. The best kicker this week, didn't have to dig as far down. Evan McPherson, 5 extra points, only 2 field goals. That's it. The best kicker got here on extra points almost. 71 field goal yards for a total of 23.6 fantasy points. It was so much fun. I had to use the picture again. This is the top 15 scorers. Here's another picture of Saquon. If you just saw this picture, if I just saw this picture, I wouldn't be able to tell which direction these guys are going in, how this happened. It would never occur to me that Saquon was facing the wrong direction and still thought to jump and hurdle that much. So we talked about Saquon, Travis Kelce, Smith and Jigba, Joe Burrow. Wow, they went in order this week, which was nice. Devon Achane putting up 34.6. Jalen Hurts, the QB2. If Jalen Hurts scored 4 more fantasy points, I would not have had to change the picture on the screen because Jalen Hurts was the QB1 last week. Mike Gesicki coming in with 34 points helped me to the victory on my team in my matchup, but I did not hit the median, which I have 10 wins. I can't clinch. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Chase Brown, 33.95. Derrick Henry, only 33.55. And just like everyone expected, Daniel Jones, 31.13. Superior catch Garrett Wilson at 31. That dude had like 3 ridiculous catches last game, one of which didn't even count. Zay Flowers killing it, even with did Deontay Johnson even play? He had zeros across the board. I'm not even sure if he played.
I don't remember.
DeAndre Hopkins. There you are, DeAndre Hopkins on the Chiefs, 30.1 points. And then Demarcus Robinson, because of course, why not, at 28.9. But let's talk about you. Let's talk about the scores in SFB. David Sabuka up back in first, well, keep in first place, made it up there last week in the Predator division. Travis Wantland pulling up a job. Like, it was only like 2 weeks ago that Travis made his way into the top 10, now up at number 2. Cesar Ruiz falling down to number 3. Come on, Cesar, you got to get your game back on. Look at that. You're tumbling from first to second to third. Darren Armani, Fantasy Mojo from the Willy Wonka division. Leo McNeely from Ricky Vaughn. John Burton from Ghostface. Joey Kelly, Happy Gilmore. Matt Pryor, I believe, is a new addition from the James Bond division. Was that a London Live? It seems like it would have been. Or they may have just been Harry Potter. I can't remember anymore. But James Bond division getting repped finally by Matt Pryor. Corey Piper from the Harley Quinn. And then Aaron Hernandez finding his way back up into the top 10 from the Kevin McAllister division. Undefeated teams. Only 3 undefeated teams last week bit that bullet and got their first loss. If I wasn't lazy, I would find those teams and find out if magically it was... Like, imagine if they won their matchup but lost to the median, like how heartbreaking that would be. Like, you had a bad week, you're undefeated, you have a bad week, but you still find a way to win. But you get that loss because it was against the median. But still 10 undefeated teams as we have 685 teams clinched so far. I'm not one of them. I currently have 10 wins.
I am not one of them also.
I think you said there's 2 more weeks, right?
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, and that's it.
So if I need to get in on wins, I need 3 wins, but I think I'm getting in on points still. So 702 teams can clinch next week just based on record. That's how many teams have, 10 or 11 wins at the moment. 702. That is, I think the technical term is a lot. A lot of teams. And let's go and hit up our one and done. Top scorer of the week was our buddy Scott Frankel. Patrick Mahomes, Chase Brown, getting Smith and Jigba in there, using the perfect week for Travis Kelce, even with Younghoe Koo scoring a sub 10, because 9.9 is not 10, still able to pull the top scorer of the week. So congratulations. By the way, the one and done sponsored by Trophy Tiers. The winner of the one and done will be getting a trophy by Trophy Tiers. And also, we will be getting a trophy, which we will be adding tiers to as this goes on, because unlike the title of this campaign will not be one and done. We are coming back every year and doing these one and dones. So thank you, Trophy Tiers, for getting this going. And let's talk about a couple of people that are on the top scorers list as we speak. Tom Mahan, constant top scorer. Ryan Grolke, usually in the chat, having a bit of fun. Brian Adkins, I believe, is here today, having a whole lot of fun. Brad Duff, here all the time. Corey Lord was the winner of the Survivor 1. Jeffrey Crisp here every once in a while. John Byrne here all the time. Look at it. It's almost like hanging out with us. It just gets you good at stuff. I think that's the correct correlation I'm seeing right here.
Gets you good at stuff. I like it.
And besides the one and done, we have our Survivor 2 challenge brought to you by Dynasty Decks. The winner of this one will be getting a plaque made by Dynasty Decks showing your road to victory. We lost 3 teams today. I took out all the numbers at the end of their stuff, but congratulations, AJR. Well, congratulations. Sorry about that. Goodbye, AJR, Jim Cox, and Melinda. You are no longer in the Survivor. Get it? Get it? No longer. I absolutely stole that joke. I saw someone else do it first, but I couldn't help myself. The 3 of them put their, well, not their money, because there's no money involved, but they put their bet on New Orleans to beat I think it was Carolina, which seemed like it should have been a safe bet, but Narland's gonna Narlands, I guess. So we still have, I believe it's 10. I'm too lazy to count. 9 or 10 teams still going in the Survivor Challenge. Plenty of weeks left. Plenty of weeks for y'all to just put your money on the wrong team and just lose and lose and lose and win. You can still win. Keep your hopes up, everybody. And keeping your hopes up to win a free jersey, that's where we're going right now. For the next 3 minutes, it's 2:27 until 2:30. Type the word jersey in the chat and you will be entered to win a random signed jersey. I got 4 boxes down here. We'll let you pick the number 1 through 4, and that is the jersey you will get. Oh, and this one, I am still alive in 3 of my eliminators. Not mine personally. I got kicked out pretty early in the Trade Addicts one.
So the Vikings have allowed 5 returns. 1 was a fair catch. 1 to Debo in the first quarter, who took it from in the end zone and got to the 20.
Nice.
1 from Steven Sims in the Houston game, took it from in the end zone and got to the 25. And then 2 in the Jets game where he took it out to the 26 and the 30. So in all cases, they would have been better off just letting that thing go.
So it's almost like kicking it as a returnable might be a good idea.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. So it really hasn't paid off with the 5 examples of them actually catching the ball instead of a touch out of the back touchback. Kyron's fair catch, what it said, fair catch 0 yards. So I don't know.
I wonder why you fair catch a kickoff. I guess they didn't want to take any time off the clock, and it was
that could be it. But they won the game, so. And 3 of those 4 were in the fourth quarter. Nope. Yeah. So you correctly sussed that out as well at the end of the game. Yeah, I don't see that fair catch from Kyron in here in the game log. So I don't know. It's in the official stats though. Oh well. I was very curious. Clearly.
It's super interesting because like these teams have it in their minds of what they want to do, and it doesn't really seem like they care about what the results are because no one changes. Oh man, AJ Aaron Hernandez
probably
is
what
here.
It was. After no, didn't that safety end the game? No, you're right, it didn't.
I don't count
the face mask safety. The face mask safety, and then you do the kickoff. And it was probably an onside. I honestly don't remember. I think I was too annoyed by the blatant face mask that I don't even remember what happened in the last minute or so of the game.
I will say when doing my numbers, I don't count onside kicks and I don't count the free kicks, like the post safety kicks, because they're not really kickoffs.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, how did you were you looking in the boxes? Come on. How would you have? Come on. All right, let's find out who's going to win. Share screen, wheel of names, share. Let's shuffle it up because every day we're shuffling.
I saw mention of this shirt here.
Yeah.
I'll wait until it's we get the winner.
Jason Smith, that's our winner. Congratulations, Jason Smith.
Nice.
All right, Jason Smith, pick a number 1 through 4, and that's the box we'll open.
Nice. Yeah, this is sad. He missed. He missed he missed 2 kicks because he had a hamstring issue, a quad issue. So he tried to go out there and brave it. And you
know what? That makes me like him so much more because he was willing to go out and kick and risk his perfect season.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He tried it, didn't quite work, but what are you gonna do? This Under Armour makes a line of fish gear. In Minnesota, fishing is kind of a big deal. So I have lots of shirts and hoodies that are Under Armour fish.
I got to get that and just like add an ER to the end of it. And I would do it like with a Sharpie very crudely. Just, yeah.
Sounds
all
good.
right. Let's find out who is in what jersey is in this box. Turn off loop.
Is that Kayshon Boutte?
Yes, it is. It is a LSU, right?
LSU one.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Nice.
Kayshon Boutte with, oh, come on. Look at that. What is that? I mean, I know that's a KB and but you could have done better than that. Look how much space there is.
Wow. Yeah.
But who cares? First of all, I love the purple. Like, I love the jersey itself. And I love the resurgence, Kayshon catching touchdowns. With the brilliance of Drake May at quarterback. Well, congratulations, Jason Smith. You are the winner of the Kayshon Boutte, however you want to say it. It doesn't matter because it's your jersey. You can say it however you want. Signed jersey. You know what? I'm going to write these down because I forgot. Do anybody remember was it Brian Douglas? Was that the guy's first?
Yep, that's right.
So Brian Douglas. Won the T-Law Funko. And Jason Smith. Jason, can you please DM me at Dynasty Outhouse or at FantasyCares.org? We probably have your address, but your name is, sorry, pretty generic, and I don't want to send it to the wrong person.
I think that jersey would look better with my signature on it. I have a nice big swooping signature, so I think it'd look good. I could take up the space.
Dustin saying it is Boutte,
mm-hmm.
But that's not as much fun. Look, Keyshawn and I had a bit of a falling out, so I know he doesn't watch our show anymore. If he was watching, I would say his name correctly.
Oh, he does, but he hate watches it.
Oh, in which case, good, Boutte. Well, thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us on a Tuesday afternoon for the wrap-up show, for the giveaway stuff, for all the goodness, funness, and all of the other isses you can have at a time like this. Oh, but also, yes, I did, in fact, sign the John Brown jersey he won. So it is a John Brown Russ Fisher signed jersey.
What?
He asked me to, and I did it.
That's awesome. I like it.
So thank you, everyone. Have a great week. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Have a great SFB. Have a great, whatever. And, oh, wait, like one more thing about scoring next season. When you said that it was...